Hello and welcome to my channel where we discuss the Power Platform. Today's episode we're going to be having a look at the Powerapps updates for November. This is a monthly video I do in which I essentially look at the Microsoft blog and I kind of report on any key kind of things that I've seen over the month. I also kind of have a quick look at what happened at the community call, and I put that all together with loads of resources. So it's just a one-stop shop really to get to all the things that happen in November in Powerapps. So first of all, I'll start with the community call. I've decided not to include any further slides on the community call, except that I'll just touch on a few things because they actually do come out in some of the updates from the blog. So there's Vivek and Matthew gave, or Vivek even, gave the using Teams and Flow. So we had that. Matthew and David looked at components and creating advanced components. Oh, I actually do have a slide on the one of the components, which I'll show in a second. And then we had Daniel Christian, who talked about the Powerapps permissions as well. Now, the component that I was going to actually put was by Matthew Devani, who essentially put this progress indicator component there. So I put the link in the description box below. Very massively helpful. I mean, essentially, it's a way of using in your Powerapps a progress indicator and not having to create it each time you create an application. This is massively useful as you create more and more applications to save time on doing that activity. So, what's actually new in the Powerapps blogs? There's a lot that was new in the Powerapps blog actually this month. So I picked out just a couple of the things that I think are very useful. So you've got the new search experience in the model-driven application. So you can see here that you can now do a search bar in the header. It's easily discoverable from any page in the model-driven app. So you see here, I will actually show you this one second. So if we go to the blog here, if we go to the search experience blog post, you can see here that the search bar is right at the top, and it makes it a lot simpler and easier to search across your applications. The second one I wanted to look at is the new layout container. So if anyone has made responsive applications in the past, you'll know how difficult that can be. You do need to turn that on. So you go into settings and screen, sorry, not that one, into basically the preview features. Let me rephrase this. In the advanced settings, there's essentially an option. So I'll just quickly show you that. So if we go to File, Advanced Settings, and if we scroll down, and I'm just going to type in layout, you see here container control, create hierarchical layouts for responsiveness and accessibility. And by doing that, you can actually then start inserting a container, horizontal containers, vertical containers, and these, they're massively revolutionary. As we can see here, that once we do that, the resizing, it's actually becoming responsive without actually having to do anything, which is insanely useful for those of you that have created responsive applications in the past. And third one here is that I wanted to mention is the Azure API management connector. This is it within Dataverse, so I'll come onto that word very soon. But essentially, it's a way that we can actually access these components through code, whereas before we only through code before, whereas now we can. Dataverse. So this is something a very big, and you may have heard this word and then wonder what that is. It's a subset of a full Dataverse, formerly known as CDS. So CDS has actually just been almost renamed really as Dataverse. Now Dataverse has also been released as something that you can use within Teams. So there's a lot of functionality that has come out this month in terms of using Powerapps within Teams, creating flows with Teams, etc. So that's what I wanted to point out here. So that's Microsoft Dataverse for Teams. We've got the API management tool. This is actually from the community call. We've got the rich text editor. The bookmark is changing for so web.powerapps is now changing. So if we have a quick look at that one, just get that up here as well. Okay, So yes, the current paths and the new paths are all here. So we have to go app.powerapps or make.powerapps, and web.powerapps is being retired. So do watch out for that. And then there's a couple of resources here. Again, this is from the community call, so it's taken straight out of there. So we've got the new Power Automate app for Teams. So that's something to look at. Triggering flows from Teams. There's a bit of a theme here for this month, and model flows with adaptive cards. So I hope that was useful. I hope that's at least got you thinking about the various things that have come up in Power Apps this month. I hope you enjoyed that. And don't forget to hit subscribe if you like what you see. Thank you.